Hi, this is Chris with EverydayVBA. In this video, this is the Macro Monday solution to the nth Fibonacci number. If you do not know what a Fibonacci number is, it is if you take a number and then you add the prior two. So it looks like this. This is what the formula looks like. So you go 1, 1, 2, 8, 13, 21, 34, etc. So the challenge was to basically take that and to give the nth number. And so if you gave the nth number, it's going to give you, this would be 1, this would be 2, this would be 3, and it's going to give you that Fibonacci number. Now, sometimes it starts with 1, sometimes it starts with 0. Anyway, we're just going to go ahead and dig in. So we're going to call this sub FibNum, FibNum. All right. Now what we're going to do is, in order to keep this simple, and actually this one kind of took me a while, kind of racked my brain a little bit, but we're going to have Lnum for last num, and that's going to equal 0. We're going to have Cnum is equal to 1, and FNum. And so we're going to have last, current, and FibNum. So that is how we're going to do that. The first thing we're going to do is we're actually just going to figure out our loop, because figuring out the loop is actually the more difficult part of this problem than asking to get the nth number. That's pretty easy, just an input box. So we're going to do our loop. We're going to go for, we're going to go r equals, we're going to go 1 to n, and I'm just going to throw in n here. All we're going to do here is we're going to ask for a, we're going to add an input box there. So now what we need to do is we're going to go next, and we need to add up everything. So if n is equal to 1, we know that that is going to, we're actually going to start with 1 here. We're going to start here. We're going to make that our first Fibonacci number. So what we want to do is we want to come in here and we're going to FNum is equal to Lnum plus Cnum. So that's going to be basically your last num plus your current number. And then what we have to do is we have to reset these. So Lnum is equal to Cnum. And then we're going to go Cnum is now equal to Fnum. So really what we're doing is we're just basically taking those current and last and we're adding those up. So let's see if this works. We're going to come through here, we're going to go 1 time, it should equal 1. I'm going to go a little Debug.Print, and that way I can just run through this. We're just going to FNum. I'm just going to hit F5, and that gives me 1 if my nth number is, my Fibonacci number is 1. So let's try 2. I would expect this to be 1 as well. Well, it's 2. You got 1, then 2. Let's try 3. That's 3. So we're actually on the right track here. So let's do 4. 4 is 5. So we are correct. So now the challenge is we're going to start from, we need to start with a smaller number. Let me think about that. Okay, so I've done some thinking on that. I can fix that by just changing my variable here. I just changed that to a 2, and so then we've got 4, so which is 1, 2, 3, 4, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should return a 3. If I hit the right number, or am I in the right box, that should return a 3. That is correct. So my fifth number, so if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, should actually be 5. We're going to hit go on that. That's going to give us 5. 6 should give us 8. Let's check that. Now let's try 1. 1 actually should give us a 1, which means we need to change this. And 2 should give us a 1. Okay, that is perfect. So we got 1, 1, 2. Okay, so we are actually in a really good place here. So what we need to do now, the only thing we need to do is just basically ask for that number. So that's going to be Application.InputBox, and we're going to go find the nth Fibonacci number. And we're going to go comma, 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 and you'll notice that that's just changing to type. Now I could actually go type, then colon, then equals. That's another way to do that. And I'm just doing 1, and the reason I'm doing 1 is because this requires a number. So let's just go ahead and give this a shot. I'm going to hit F5, enter the 5th Fibonacci number, or let's do, let's see, we were on 6. So let's do 8, and see if that returns 21. That looks like it's correct. So we are good in using our debug. I'm actually gonna just comment that piece out. Now all I need is a message box, MsgBox, prompt, the nth, and I'm just gonna go and in and quote Fibonacci number is, it's going to be and FNum, and I need to put the parentheses around it. It's not going to like these because I'm not passing this to anything, and so it just does not want that at all. I have an error in my formula, and that is, let's see, it's not right there. I don't think it liked the in and right there. So let's give it a shot. We're going to do 7. It's going to say the nth, 7th Fibonacci number is 13, and let's just double check that that is correct. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is correct. So that is your solution to the nth Fibonacci number. Now that does seem like it it's actually a little bit more challenging. Now you can come in and you can do that formula. That's one way to do it. And like I said in the Macro Monday challenge, I encourage you to actually look for that, to actually do this in a loop, because it makes it a little bit more challenging. It forces you to think a little bit, and it does make it a little bit harder. Hope you guys enjoyed.